What if I told you the biggest challenge in electric cars' battery range has just been flipped on its head? For years, Tesla held the crown for long-range EV dominance, but now, an unexpected rival, Maxwell Technologies, has unveiled a self-powered electric vehicle that doesn't just match Tesla, it shatters its range record. Fans are stunned. Elon Musk is watching closely, and the entire EV industry may never be the same again. Just days ago, Maxwell revealed its first self-powered EV prototype, a car capable of traveling further than any Tesla on a single cycle. Unlike traditional EVs, this vehicle draws part of its energy from an integrated generator system, drastically reducing dependency on charging stations. In testing, it reportedly exceeded Tesla's flagship range by a staggering margin, leaving experts in disbelief. Here's why this breakthrough matters. The single biggest hesitation for EV buyers has always been range anxiety, the fear of running out of charge in the middle of a journey. Tesla's innovation in long-range batteries gave it a competitive edge, but Maxwell's approach rewrites the rulebook. If cars can generate and sustain their own power while driving, the entire infrastructure of charging stations could become optional. Now, let's talk about the technology. Maxwell's self-powered EV uses an advanced energy harvesting generator combined with ultracapacitors, an area the company has been quietly perfecting for years. Unlike lithium-ion batteries alone, ultracapacitors allow for rapid energy storage and release, meaning the car can sustain itself far more efficiently. The result? Extended range, faster recovery, and significantly reduced wear on the main battery system. The EV community has been buzzing with reactions. Loyal Tesla fans are shocked, with some even calling this the first real threat to Elon Musk's dominance. While Tesla has always prided itself on being years ahead of competitors, Maxwell's breakthrough could accelerate a new arms race in EV technology. If Maxwell's prototype proves commercially viable, it could fundamentally change the economics of the EV market. Imagine buying a car that only needs occasional charging, if at all, while maintaining superior range and performance. That's more than convenience. It's a revolution that could reshape transportation, energy demand, and even oil dependency. So, is this the beginning of the end for Tesla's reign as the EV range king? Or will Elon Musk strike back with something even more radical? One thing's certain. Maxwell's self-powered EV has ignited a new chapter in the electric revolution, and the world is watching. News of Maxwell's achievement hasn't just shaken Tesla fans, it's rattled the stock market too. Industry analysts are already calling Maxwell the dark horse of the EV revolution. Investors see the potential for a company that could bypass the limitations of today's battery supply chains. Think about it. No more heavy dependence on lithium mines. No more waiting hours at charging stations, and no more scrambling for rare earth materials. This kind of disruption could spark a massive revaluation of the auto industry. It's not just investors who are paying attention. Governments across the globe, especially those pushing aggressive EV adoption targets, are keeping a close eye on this development. If self-powered EVs become viable at scale, nations could reduce the strain on their power grids, ease the need for rapid charging infrastructure, and fast-track the transition away from fossil fuels. Some insiders suggest that Maxwell may soon receive government backing to accelerate development, much like Tesla did in its early days. But let's not forget, Elon Musk is not one to sit still. Sources close to Tesla hint that the company is already testing next-generation battery packs with solid-state technology, capable of longer ranges and faster charging than ever before. The big question now is, will Tesla double down on its battery-first strategy or pivot toward energy harvesting technologies like Maxwell's? One thing is certain, competition breeds innovation, and we may be entering the most exciting phase of the EV race yet. For everyday drivers, this rivalry could be a blessing. Imagine choosing between a Tesla with ultra-fast charging and a Maxwell EV that barely needs charging at all. Either way, the future means more convenience, more affordability, and more choices. Just a decade ago, electric cars were a niche experiment. Today, they're rewriting the rules of mobility, and tomorrow, they may eliminate range anxiety altogether. Now, let's fast forward a decade. Imagine highways filled with vehicles that generate their own energy, eliminating the need for endless charging stations. Cities could reclaim valuable real estate once reserved for charging hubs and gas stations, transforming them into green parks, tech hubs, or housing. The ripple effect would be massive, not just for drivers, but for the way urban life is designed. Developing nations, where charging infrastructure is scarce, could leapfrog the EV revolution entirely. Instead of waiting years for governments to build networks of charging stations, drivers in Africa, Southeast Asia, and Latin America could adopt Maxwell's self-powered cars directly. This could spark a wave of economic opportunity, empowering regions that were once left behind in the automotive revolution. But here's the catch. Revolutionary as Maxwell's technology is, scaling it won't be easy. Questions remain. How durable is the system after years of driving? Can it withstand extreme weather conditions? And most importantly, can Maxwell bring down costs to make it affordable for the masses? These unanswered questions leave plenty of room for Tesla, or another unexpected rival, to strike back. Industry insiders whisper that a showdown is inevitable. Tesla's mastery of batteries versus Maxwell's bold leap into self-powered technology. If Tesla announces a counter-innovation, we could see a battle that defines the future of transportation for the next 50 years. And make no mistake, this isn't just about cars. It's about global energy independence, national security, and the future of our planet. Behind a curtain, Tesla's R&D labs are buzzing. Rumors suggest that Elon Musk has assembled a special task force of engineers to accelerate projects that had been on the back burner: next-gen solid-state batteries, wireless charging highways, and even experimental fusion-based microgenerators. Tesla knows the stakes are higher than ever. This isn't just about market share, it's about survival as the world leader in EV innovation. Meanwhile, Maxwell is moving strategically. Instead of competing head-on with Tesla in the luxury EV space, insiders hint that Maxwell is targeting fleet markets first: delivery vans, buses, and long-haul trucks.
Why?
Because these vehicles consume the most energy and stand to benefit the most from self-powered systems. If Maxwell dominates commercial fleets, it could create a global backbone of energy-independent transportation before Tesla even gets the chance to respond. And here's where things get even more fascinating. Tech giants are watching closely. Companies like Apple, Google, and even Chinese powerhouses like Huawei and BYD have shown interest in investing or partnering with Maxwell. If a major tech giant aligns with Maxwell's self-powered breakthrough, the balance of power could shift overnight. Imagine a world where Silicon Valley doesn't just make your smartphone, it powers your car, too. Consumers are also voicing their excitement. Online forums are exploding with debates. Tesla fans argue that Maxwell's claims are still unproven in mass production, while early adopters can't wait to get behind the wheel of a car that seems almost immune to range anxiety. The buzz has created a cult-like following around Maxwell, not unlike what Tesla enjoyed in its early days. It feels like history repeating itself, but this time, with the roles reversed. While the automotive world debates Tesla versus Maxwell, another giant is quietly panicking: big oil. For decades, oil companies have bankrolled entire economies, but the rise of self-powered EVs threatens to dismantle demand at its very core. Some insiders claim oil lobbyists are already pressuring governments to slow Maxwell's expansion, fearing that an energy-independent car could collapse fuel revenues overnight. It's not just oil. Utility companies, who once welcomed EV adoption as a way to boost electricity demand, are facing a new dilemma. If Maxwell's cars don't rely heavily on charging stations, what happens to the billions already invested in EV charging infrastructure? Cities that once planned sprawling charging networks may suddenly find themselves questioning whether they've bet on the wrong horse. Governments, meanwhile, are torn. On one hand, a self-powered EV could drastically accelerate the transition to clean transport. On the other, it destabilizes industries that employ millions and fund national budgets. Reports suggest that several countries in Europe and Asia are already drafting policies to either regulate or fast-track Maxwell's tech. Whichever path they choose could tilt the balance of global power. And through it all, the spotlight inevitably swings back to Elon Musk. Sources whisper of a secret Tesla project codenamed Helios, rumored to involve a radical hybrid between solar energy harvesting and ultradense solid-state storage. If true, Tesla may not just be preparing to match Maxwell, but to leapfrog it entirely. The stage is being set for a technological duel unlike anything the automotive world has ever seen. The stage is set. Maxwell's self-powered breakthrough on one side, Tesla's relentless innovation on the other. What began as a battle over EV range has now become something far bigger, an ideological war over the future of energy itself. Will transportation remain tethered to the grid and traditional power, or will self-sustaining vehicles free humanity from those chains once and for all? As industries scramble, one thing is undeniable. The rules have changed. Oil giants are losing their grip. Utility companies must adapt or fade. And nations are rewriting policies in real time. For the first time in over a century, the question isn't just who builds the best car, it's who defines the next era of human mobility. And for us, drivers, families, dreamers, it means the possibility of true freedom on the road. A world where you no longer plan your life around charging stations. A world where energy is no longer a limitation, but an afterthought. A world where technology empowers rather than restricts. So, whether Maxwell's self-powered marvel becomes the standard, or Tesla counters with something even more extraordinary, one thing is certain. The age of compromise in electric vehicles is over. We are entering a new frontier, where innovation, ambition, and vision will decide the winner of the greatest automotive race in history. The EV revolution has only just begun. And the next chapter? It's going to shock us all. Autotech, where innovation meets the road. The future of mobility starts here. Only on Autotech. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories about Elon Musk, Maxwell, Tesla, and the future of innovation. Until next time, keep imagining the impossible.